Really excited about today's topic. I came across a new proposal that came in through the U.S. Department of Education. They're proposing these new priorities, definitions for grant making when it comes to advancing equity in AI. What this means, if adopted, is it would create these federal preferences for people who are creating AI trainings, AI program, AI literacy, AI education to help improve access, inclusion, or to improve outcomes for folks that are in under-resourced, underserved communities. This is a great thing. I said a long time ago, as DEI became under attack, that a lot of that money would move over into AI training because AI does equalize the playing field. It does give everybody this chance, this shot. If you jump in, if you learn how to use it, there is so much opportunity here. And this is where we need to be focusing our time. So if you're building any type of AI training program and it does benefit these marginalized communities, you might be able to get moved up to the front of the line in this federal funding. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the AI for Everyone Daily Brief. Imagine you are applying for a scholarship, but now there's a new rule, and whoever shows that they are helping others, especially people who have been left out before, that you're going to get moved to the front of the line. Well, that's basically what the U.S. Department of Education is doing when it comes to AI. There is this register, this thing that came out just a couple of days ago. I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about this yet, but it's a new rule that's been proposed that if you want federal funding for an AI project in education, you need to prove that it closes some kind of an equity gap. Now, you could say this is the new DEI, whatever you want to call that, but look, there's no debate that there are some communities that are underserved and under-resourced. There is also very little debate here that AI completely equalizes the playing field, and it gives people who in the past have not been able to access something that could really benefit them and move them forward. This can expedite that exponentially. So that means that this is going to focus on students who have historically had less access, like low-income communities, students with disabilities, rural areas, which I think is a huge place that people need to be putting their time, and other communities that have been overlooked in the tech world. They are calling this a priority for advancing equity in AI. And it's not just about building smarter tools, it's about building fairer ones. I just gave a talk in a prison, and that was incredible to do. Now, I didn't have any tech with me. I only got a slide deck and to speak, but they got it. They understood it. I was able to convey the message of how powerful this is and how all of them, when they get out, they're going to be able to use this and potentially put themselves in a really good position to get back into society and be able to be a benefit to all that. So this is a good thing, I think. And this is going to reshape how AI shows up in schools and colleges and learning programs across the country. I'm absolutely looking deeper into this for everything that I am doing, and I'm excited about it. Why it matters. Well, most innovation today, let's be honest, it's not built for the people who need it the most. It's built for those who can afford it, those who can access it, and those who can understand it. Well, this proposed priority through the Department of Education is flipping that script. It recognizes that equity is not just automatically built into some kind of tech wave, that it needs to be intentional. And that means asking better questions. So first off, does your AI tool reduce bias, or does it just automate bias that's already there? Can a student in rural America benefit in the same way a student in Silicon Valley could? And are historically excluded communities being built into the design? These are all very fair questions. So when federal policy starts to shift towards inclusion, understand this is not about compliance. This is about reshaping the entire market, because wherever the money goes, innovation follows. How it impacts you. Well, if you lead a nonprofit, if you run a school, any type of educational organization, if you build ed tech, if you manage a grant-funded program, this could really change the landscape. Look, I am all in on AI literacy. AI is going to impact everything, which means AI literacy is going to be incredibly needed. I have been screaming this now for 2 years. So whether you're writing a proposal or developing a pilot project, equity in AI is no longer just this side goal, this dream. It's been swept under the carpet. None of that. It's central, and it's going to open many a door. Rural school districts will be building AI-powered tutors. Community colleges are going to use AI more and more for career guidance. Minority-serving institutions are going to be testing more AI tools for support. This is going to raise the bar. Performative efforts, it's not going to cut it. We need results here. These tools are going to work better for the people as long as we drive that intention. How many times do I say it's humans that drive the intention? And if we drive this intention to make sure that nobody is left behind here, that there is nobody being left out, look, a rising tide raises all ships. And this, if you want to make America great again, AI literacy and making sure that everybody has access to these tools, to this education, that is going to put America in a whole new level that we have never seen in history. Yeah, I feel like I'm preaching a little bit. I'm on a soapbox here, but I'm very passionate about AI literacy. So what are 3 things that you can do right now? Well, first off, review any AI projects that you're doing right now currently through an equity lens. There's one real cool way to do that, and it's called the 5 whys method. And if you're not familiar with that, think about a 2-year-old. Ask why 5 times to get to the root cause, to dig a little bit deeper. So think about students who aren't using a new AI tutoring tool that you just launched. You're just trying to figure out, why aren't they using it? It's an awesome tool. They should be using it. Why? Well, number one, why? Well, maybe they don't know it exists. Why? Because the school didn't promote it very well. Why? Because the teachers weren't trained on it. Why? Because the company didn't offer teachers training in the rollout plan. Why? Because the product team just assumed it would sell itself. So it's a great way just to dig deeper and deeper and deeper into a process to get to the root cause of what's really going on. Tip number 2, get familiar with the language in this proposed rule. I'll put a link in the description or the comment section to this full document so you can check it out. I highly recommend jumping on there and looking through it. This could be very beneficial for you, especially if you are an educational institution or a nonprofit. So check that out. And tip number 3, start documenting your impact and share it with other people. If you are making a difference, you might inspire somebody else to make a difference if you're using AI to make that happen. We were part of the launch of what was called the AI Protege program last year. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't get the funding this year. We didn't get the backing from the school or from the state. But this program, maybe we were just a little bit ahead of our time. But we had suburban kids who were of privilege and were they had devices and computers, and they did very well. We also did cohorts in under-resourced, underprivileged communities. And I can tell you the only difference between those 2 communities were 3 days. Because once we came into that classroom and we showed those young people that anything was possible, that they could apply whatever they wanted to these tools, it opened up this whole new world of creativity. When I just went to the prison to speak, I could see it in the eyes of the men that there was hope, there was opportunity, that when they got out of prison, after they served their time, they had a legitimate shot to be part of being productive citizens that they might have not had that hope or dream of before. These are amazing things to see, and AI is making all of this possible. Oh, and one more thing. AI isn't a vibe, it's an outcome. And the people in the margins, they're watching closely. Are you building for them, or are you building past them? What would it take to make your AI work better for those with the least? Well, I hope you found value in this video today. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. That's how you support the channel. Get in the conversation, leave a comment, click the like button, share this with people who will benefit from this. I want to make sure that nobody here gets left behind. Well, that's it for me. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been your AI for Everyone Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless you.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stayed. One more spark for the plans you've made. If this show hit, go share the vibe. Like, subscribe, let's build this tribe.